All right, this is the entrance of the gallery space, and we're standing in front of this really beautifully designed logo, which we absolutely love.
Speaking just briefly about the title of the exhibition, which is a little bit explained in our text that's on the wall, but it's called The Impossible Black Tulip of Cartography, which is the kind of nickname of this famous map that was drawn in 1602 by an Italian missionary, Matteo Ricci, who was the first Westerner to ever enter what is now Beijing and the Forbidden City, the Imperial City. He brought with him atlases and scientific knowledge from Europe that had never been seen in Asia and in China. And when he became kind of an advisor to the scientific world of the imperial court, he then discovered all of these atlases, maps, and resources that had never been seen in Europe.
I think we came in here for the first day and saw this exhibition space, which is amazing, and we were like, oh my god, it's huge. And at the time we had like 12 artists, and we were like, damn! What was really fascinating actually is that we were given this space, which is absolutely enormous, and kind of runs along as a huge kind of warehouse kind of longitude, and we're struggling with how to place our artists in it, and eventually decided to build a gallery within a gallery, which in some ways we have really kind of nice analogies for it. Sam was calling it a kind of like tulip bulb, almost like built into the center of the gallery, and also we've been calling it like the Starship Enterprise if it wasn't based on the Romans.
This is an amazing project by a renowned Thai artist, filmmaker, writer named Apichatpong Weerasethakul, who has been known a lot in the film world since he won the Palme d'Or at Cannes about 7 years ago. So he spent a lot of time in the northeast area of Thailand near the Lao border doing research about this film, and in the midst of it kind of created this whole set of sort of associated mythology springing out of the world of the film, and really looking at in this very beautiful and subtle way the connections between past and present and future and sort of non-Western and non-linear versions of time and memory. Extremely immersive and very kind of mystical, and it's a really almost like the deep end of the universe of trying to imagine a placeless place and a timeless time where Western and Eastern really has no meaning.
Chocolate City is about a city in China called Guangzhou, which has an immense amount of kind of African traders that have arrived in the city, and so it's commonly become known as Chocolate City within China itself. So in this piece here, he kind of documents people's lives as they feel quite as they kind of misfit within China. So he documents African lives, and then over the sound, the audio track over this is a kind of futuristic narrative of China and Africa having melded into a kind of animist futurist scenario. So really kind of blending in with the realities of the kind of cultural mix of Africa and China.
No more Westerns. It sort of has always been a major theme and thread that we've both been exploring in our work and with some of our work together, so it seemed like such a perfect opportunity to explore a lot of this whole area, which is, I really feel like, has so much energy and momentum in it right now. So for the exhibition, do you want to explain a bit about it?
We began when we saw the advertisement on Art Agenda, and we're both kind of like, wow, amazing, because it really connects to research that we've actually been working on for about 3 to 4 years. Samantha very much because she comes from China and is absolutely fascinated by the connection that China is making to parts of the world that are possibly less expected, like China connecting to Africa or to Brazil. And personally, because I come from Africa, I'm really fascinated by how the whole African landscape is changing based on these kind of relationships. So this was one part of something that we were looking at, and then both of us have a really deep interest in futures and science fiction and how that can act as a kind of alternative philosophy for today. And so these kind of ideas of a kind of relationships that were bypassing the West, and then an idea of shifted futurisms moving into the global South and the East, kind of came together in this exhibition, essentially. So this exhibition forms part of a larger festival, which is the Impakt Festival of 2012, this year called No More Westerns. The festival itself begins on the 24th of October and runs through to the 28th, and has a really extensive program of artist talks, workshops, artist presentations, music presentations, and all of these tying into the idea of No More Westerns and really looking at methods of making films, television, music, all using constructs from the non-West.
I think two of the things we're so excited about for music is Philistine, who is an American based in Barcelona, who travels the globe kind of collaborating with really unusual sources of sound and even creating his own instruments, also informed by this kind of indigenous innovation and craft. Also Chief Boima, who is an American with a heritage from Sierra Leone, and also incorporates this kind of modernist approach to... Should we do that again?